गुड मॉर्निंग गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। आप सबका स्वागत है। थोड़ा लेट हूँ 5 मिनट, तो चलते हैं। आज स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का सेशन। आज 12 दिसंबर है। आज का द हिंदू में काफ़ी अच्छा आर्टिकल आया है और ये आर्टिकल हमें डेफिनेटली डिस्कस करना चाहिए और ये हमारे मेंस पेपर में हेल्पफुल करेगा। इवन ऐसे और हमारे करंट टॉपिक से काफ़ी रिलेटेड है, हमारे डे टू डे लाइफ में भी इम्पोर्टेंट है। So this what is article? Article is about our child mortality, मतलब बच्चों का जो मौत होता है ना, child mortality and how to curb it, how to control it. And this article is written by Chandrakant Laharia, who is an most prominent professors and doctor practicing in Delhi AIMS. And his view is really important for us. And what is the view? Let me discuss in this article. सो उसके पहले मैं कुछ बताना चाहता हूँ। एक्चुअली मैंने इस सेशन को स्टार्ट किया था इसलिए ताकि हम चीज़ों को बेहतर ढंग से वोकली बोल पाएँ, क्योंकि मेरे पास यहाँ पे अभी कोई पेन कॉपी नहीं होता है, जिससे हो सकता है कि आपको समझने में प्रॉब्लम होता होगा। तो ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए जैसे कि मैंने बोला कि आप बायजूस को रेफ़र कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि मैं ऐसे भी डेली एक ही एडिटोरियल या आर्टिकल को डिस्कस करता हूँ। और उस आर्टिकल को मैं ऐसे डिस्कस करता हूँ जैसे कि सीक्वेंस मैनर में, जिससे कि आप बेहतर ढंग से समझ पाएँ। तो इस चीज़ को आप ऐसे ले सकते हैं, इस सेशन को आप ऐसे ले सकते हैं कि ये जस्ट आपको एक कम्युनिकेशन डेवलपिंग स्किल देगा, किसी भी टॉपिक पर हाउ टू डिस्कस यू एंड how your total conversations of any topic will be sequential manner, and it will determine your fact data and how to put your words toward the others. So for this I took this session to bring out to you. इसलिए मैंने इस सेशन को कंडक्ट किया है, कर रहा हूँ और कोशिश करूँगा कि इन फ्यूचर आई विल डेफिनेटली लिटिल बिट मोर एंड इवॉल्व थ्रू आउट द आवर थॉरो जर्नी. So I already late. So before starting, I discuss something important as the word of the day, and the word of the day today is granular. What is granular? Granular. ये आज का आर्टिकल में भी आने वाला है. So granular का मतलब होता है एक डाटा जो रिलेटेड होता है प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन से, उसके डाटा से, और मतलब एक तरह से जो भी प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन की जो प्रोसेस होता है 9 मंथ का, उसमें रिलेटेड जो भी डाटाज होते हैं उसको ग्रैनुलर डाटा बोलते हैं। इस वर्ड को मैं इसलिए डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि ये आगे सेशन में आएगा, जिससे आप पहले जान ले तो अच्छा हो। सो लेट अस डिस्कस. सो 10th of January 2023, there is two important global organizations released their report relating to child mortality around the world, and also there is some fact related to India. So first we understand the world situations, and after that we come to the India. There is a United Nation body who predate on child mortality and child situations and maternity situations of women. So they said, according to that report, almost 5 million, almost 50 lakh child mortality occurring every year throughout the globe. And in India, there is 7 lakh mortality each year out of 50 lakh throughout the world, and 7 lakh mortality in India. It means 10%, more than 12% mortality happening in India. Understand? So, okay, this is the fact. So there is something more important, that why it is happening in India and why government not curb to this. So government factor I will come in further this article. So let me understand. There is two factor, and of course these mortality can be preventable, but our lack of uh, supportive nature, we don't to able to provide this type of incidents. So in India context, there is a thing which is sample survey registrations. In 2022, September 2022, sample survey of India released data, and under this data, there is something important, that what is mortality rate? In India, suppose that there is 7 lakh mortality, but this is also varied on the regional basis. For example, in urban area there is low mortality rate due to because there is a better health facility available. There is secondary tertiary healthcare also. But in rural India, remote area, throughout the pan India, there is a high mortality rate because there is only primary healthcare system. Even some of the peoples don't able to get through, due to their transporting problem, their infrastructure facility problem. They don't get their even the secondary healthcare system. So there is mortality rate is high. Definitely it is simple to understand and comprehend. So this is the problem of the urban rural divide. Second is the state-based variation also. In South India, mortality rate is low, especially in Kerala, there is very low mortality rate. And in Madhya Pradesh, there is 6 times more mortality rate as compared to Kerala. This is the regional variations. But uh, mm, what is the story behind this? Why the mortality rate happen? First thing is that there is pro-term birth. What is pro-term birth? Let's understand. This is the reason why mortality rate, child mortality happen. Pro-term birth. This is the birth in which a child lactating produced their baby before 37th month week. Sorry, 37th week of pregnancy. It means a woman produce their baby to this wonderful world after 37 week. Then that baby is nurturing, better, flourishing, their mind is stable. But before 37th week, if the woman produce their baby, it might be possible that the children have a not better health situation, so that they going into a bad situations in which they have might be an unfortunate death. These are the problem. And as we say, proton birth, which is before the 37 birth, is 2 or 4 times more risky because the health situations of the baby is not fine. Second fact is one of the 10 child mortality occurring throughout the world is throughout the mm, proterm child mortality problem. And in India, out of this is the data, I don't know, so I just look to the copy. So India, one of the 6 child mortality is occurring due to preterm birth. Okay. So this is the first fact. A second fact is second reason is a stillbirth. A stillbirth means child not come into the world and they are dead under the born of the mother due to some problem, maybe conditioning, health conditioning, nutrition problem. There are many problems. So these are two facts which accounting almost 90% of total child mortality. And 10% is other factor after child come into the picture. I mean, beautiful world, they have something important variations. But what is the reason, most important reason behind this occurring is something more reason, but I will discuss there is lack of granular data available in any especially in India or any portal. What is granular data? Granular data is reliable data through which government targeted intervention can be done, so that they determine what can be do. But there is no granular data available. Even as we see, there is no granular data available worldwide. In on the globe, in 2020, first time granular data published in Switzerland. And India, there is sample registration survey, but that is not reliable for the granular data. So we need granular data, so we can rely on those, and according to them we can make a targeted interventions as per need. So these are the first reason. And second, something that mm, we discuss first, like there is a problem of funding, lack of political will, targeted policy not working accordingly. So what can we do for this? We need a quality healthcare services. We need quality nutrition support. B need family planning. B need identifying risk factor between in women, in mother who are just pregnant, and is there is any illness, ailing situations in mother, is there blood pressure problem, diabetes problem, is any uh, uh, obesity problem, hypertension problem. So we have to recognize them and accordingly diagnose them. And we need also health and nutrition, so that we work on the nutrition program, like supporting iron, folic acid, magnesiums, so mother are very strong. Additional point is need reliable data. There is need to be a multiple stakeholder collaborate to make a wonderful data. There is something like a dashboard in which we have a data related to maternal and paternal uh, mortality, and also guidelines should be for that. And we need a hotspots cluster, like in coronavirus there is a hotspot zone under which we all have to be quarantined in home. Like that, a hotspot cluster also needed, so that government targeted intervention in those area is more important than the other area. So these are the fact. And what is the government current डेवलपमेंट? एक्चुअली आई मैं इस लेक्चर को थोड़ा जल्दी खत्म करने वाला हूँ क्योंकि 12 मिनट होने वाला है. सो व्हाट इज गवर्नमेंट प्लानिंग? देयर इज नेशनल हेल्थ programming under which a National Health Mission Act of 2017, in which government said that we want to expand 2.5% of GDP by 2025 in healthcare sector, but nothing more improvement. There is only negligible improvement, by which we just expand only 1.5% of GDP on healthcare sector, so that we don't have a wonderful situation to done this all thing in a better way. So uh, improvement is very low. Among the lowest expenditure in healthcare services country, India is included throughout the world. So these are the problem, so that we have a not a wonderful situation for funding to our primary healthcare services. We have a no uh, facility for the marginalized weaker section of society. So what can government can do, at least for now? Government should focus on this year budget. Government allocate at least 1.5 to 2% GDP, total GDP contribution in healthcare sector, so that we can little improve our situations. And for further next 1 to 2 years, we have to reach our goal to the 2.5% as per the National Health Planning Mission of 2017 Government of India suggested. Because already almost 6 year going, and there is no more a credible improvement in this sector. So this is negligible improvement by the government. So for government, the sake of these healthcare situations, must be focusing on that matter. So allocations of budget is best way to approach this, and also targeted implementation on grassroots level is important. सो ये आज का सेशन था. आई होप आपने काफी चीज जाना होगा. इस चीज को आप लोग नोट कर सकते हैं, और फॉर फर्दर नॉलेज आप बाइजूस को रेफर कर सकते हैं 10 AM पे डेली. वहां पे तो एडिटोरियल का डिस्कशन होगा ही. तो चलिए मिलते हैं कल. ओके, थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग मी. ओके, बाय. जय हिंद. लव यू.